Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Bar Rizal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be titled, Blessed are they which are not offended by this word. Right? It's going to be a quick one, but important one nonetheless. Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. Right? So that's Yahweh Shai talking. Right? And the door he's referring to is your mind. Right? Because that's where your spirit resides. So he's going to knock on the door, and, if you are a part of the elect, right, the hopeful elect, you're going to open that door, right, because you know who's knocking at the door, right, just like the scripture reads, my sheep will hear my voice. So the sheep of Yahweh Shai, because now he's coming for the elect, are going to know Yahweh Shai is knocking at the door, and they're going to open, right? The other ones are going to open. The other ones are not. Right? That's why when you hear the word, it just makes sense. When you hear the word, like, oh my gosh, everything makes sense. Yeah, that's Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is the word. Right? And when someone preaches the word unto you, they're preaching into your mind, right? You hear it through your ears, and then it goes into your brain, and then your spirit, it's like, oh, yeah, this is Yahweh Shai. And it receives it. It opens a door. Right? Matthew 11:5, the blind receive their sight, and the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Right? So those people that it's referring to are basically people of, coming back into the truth. Right? The blind receive their sight. So now you can see. Right? The lame can walk. Now you can walk. Now you know how to walk properly as a man, spiritually. The lepers are cleansed, right? So now you're being cleansed through the word. The deaf can hear. Now you can hear properly, right? The dead are raised up, and you're raised up from that dead state of the world, right? Everything in the world's dead. Just no life in the world. It's just death, right? And it's just more importantly, dead in spirit, right? Because you didn't have the word, which is living waters. So if you didn't have the waters, what happens if you have no water? You die. You die, right? If you don't have no food, you die. Right, because the word is also referred to as milk, water, honey, meat, bread, right? And the poor have the gospel preached to them. And we're the poor, right? We're the poor. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me, right? Offended or offend, the word offend means to disobey or sin against. Right? So the ones that are blessed are the ones that don't get basically disobey the word or come against the word when they hear it. Right? They're the ones that are blessed. Right? And it also goes hit, attack, injure, sin against, antagonize, excite to anger. Yeah, so like you tell someone about the truth and they get angry. They want to attack you sometimes, or they come up against you. You know what I mean? Those things happen. But those are the ones that get offended by the word. Right? And it says trespass, displease, commit a fault, to stumble. Right? Yeah, you have someone you tell the word and it causes them to trip and fall. Right? Instead of standing up. They get displeased by the word, they trespass against it. Right? It also says cause to feel resentment or indignation. Right? So those people, you tell them about the word, you preach the word unto them, and they get angry. They want to come against you. They want to attack you. Right? Because they feel like you're attacking them, because the word is also referred to as it cuts to, it's sharp and, roughly paraphrasing. You know what? Let me see if I'll just get it. I'm going to butcher it. No. marrow. Slakia. There we go. Hebrews 4:12, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart, which is the mind. Right? So that's why they come up against you, because you're cutting them with the word. Right? So you're striking them spiritually. Right? Because maybe, the truth hurts. That's what the old saying says, goes, right? So when you hit them, which is humbling them, putting them down into that state, it's either they stay humble and they sit there and it's like, why did I get hit? It's like, oh, shit. Because what you're saying is true. Wow. Okay. I need to change. Or they get hit and they get angry. They're like, oh, then they come up against you, right? Because they get offended. Right? Because they're being attacked. Or they feel like they're being attacked. So they feel like they need to attack back. Right? And then I'm going to go to Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And yeah, that's what happens sometimes. They become your enemy. Or you become their enemy. Right? Because you told them the truth. And an enemy, they're going to try to attack you. Because when you hit them with the word, it cut them. They didn't get humbled by it. They just got angry by it. They got more prideful or more stubborn, and then they attacked you. Right? Because they didn't open that door when Yahushua was knocking on their door. They didn't open it. Because they're not one of Yahushua's sheep. Right? And the last one, John 8:32. John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So when you come hidden with the word, which is Yahushua, right? You come with the word, right? If you receive it, right, now you're free because you're broken from those bonds. You're broken from that bond of carnality. You're broken from that dead state, right? Now you can hear. Now you can see. Now you can walk, right? Because you're free now of that, what's the word I'm looking for? That disability, right? Because people are disabled, they're not free because something's hindering back. It could be their body, it could be their mind, it could be the fact that they can't hear. So when you're disabled, you're kind of like locked up because like if you can't hear, you're at a you're at a disadvantage. So you're at a disadvantage. You're locked up in a sense, right? From being completely who you're supposed to be, right? A part of you is locked up. So when you hear the word, you're free. It locks everything out, right? Now you can hear, you can see, you can walk, right? That's what it says. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. But that's only the ones that don't get offended by the word. The ones that do get offended, they stay in that deaf state or that blind state or that leper state, right? They stay like that. So that's how you know whether, if you're talking to someone and you're trying to give them the word, you'll know whether it's worth your time or not. If they're receiving it or not, right? So just using that discernment. But that's it on that. Just want to make it quick and to the point. I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. And shalom to next time.